Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's the Kitty G, and I'm back again with another video. Do me a favor, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we're on the road to 9K. Let's get this show started. What's going on, everybody? I need you guys to go check out my channel and subscribe if you're new. And don't forget to subscribe, hit that button, and hit that notification bell while you're at it, ladies and gentlemen. EGTV, you already know. So yo guys, what's going on, everybody? It's the Kitty G, and I'm back again with another video. How you guys been? It's been a little bit busy for me personally with my new job and everything, and I appreciate everybody's patience and everything else. I've been able to upload as regularly, so my apologies to you. Let's get this show started. I got some wonderful guests for you guys today in the back room, and we're gonna get them on in a couple seconds. Let me just go to slow mode quickly and just put it on slow mode so these guys can't be doing a madness. But yeah, let's get this going. I hope everybody's well. Do me a favor, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, do what you guys do. Shout out to all the gang, right? And let's just go to this quick video explaining everything that we're going to be discussing today. Everybody, what's going on, everybody? It's the Kitty G, and I'm back again with another video. On today's video, we're going to be talking about a bunch of stuff. Let's get into it. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and guess what? Ollie Watkins are being linked to Arsenal today. Ollie Watkins, formerly from Brentford, now at Aston Villa, has been linked to Arsenal after having a decent season last season, and Dominic Calvert-Lewin has been heavily linked for £80 million move from Everton. It is confirmed that Stan Kroenke will now back Arteta and possibly get him this deal in January, meaning Lacazette will most likely be leaving the club in January also. This is what's being reported today. Also, Raheem Sterling has been linked to Arsenal, Barcelona, and a couple more clubs recently. Reports are from Fabrizio Romano that SALIBA will be staying, and NKUNKU has been linked to Arsenal recently. And guess what? MAVROPANOS is on his way out the door, in addition to ONANA signing a pre-agreement with Inter. Let's get this show started on today's show. Bang. So yeah, there you go, guys. That's what we're going to be talking about today. And I got Sal with me making his debut. Big up, Sal. Sal, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, man. And you?
I'm kicking it, bro. We're going to be talking about a bunch of stuff today. I'm going to have Bell Bow here in a minute. Gunnar Express is also supposed to be jumping on any moment now. So yeah, as those guys start filing in, we're going to be talking about a bunch of stuff today. We're going to be talking about Fabrizio Romano's tweet about William Saliba. Shout out, love the channel, highlight of my day. Big up to my guy Lenny Moon doing his thing. Tim in the chat telling people to smash that like button. Shout out to all the people smashing that like button. Big up to Arsenal, all the people from Arsenal Inside Out Facebook group. Do me a favor, guys. If you guys are from Arsenal Inside Out Facebook group, come join us for the full video on YouTube. I'll be ending the video now on Facebook. Yes. Now, shout out to the gang. Big up to the Twitch gang also. So let's get this show started, people. We're going to be talking about a bunch of players and little things here and there, but I need you guys to do me a favor. While the show's going on, I need you guys to vote. Who would you rather have, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, or would you rather have thing? So vote. Let me know what you guys think in the chat. We got Sahal here also. Sahal, big up to Sahal. Yes. Shout out to you. Shout out to you and shout out to Tim. I see that. Sahal, what's going on?
Yo, what's up, man? Can you hear me properly?
Yeah, I'm good. Where's CSG at? CSG said he was joining too.
I think he's still in the Ronaldo or Antonio. Twitter spaces are too much, man.
Yeah. I hear that. That was a mad thing. Guys were comparing Antonio and thing. That's mad. Yo, so I got some show ideas that is going to be coming up very, very soon for everybody. And I'm going to be telling you guys what those ideas are. But before we go, we're going to have a big show today. We're going to have a bunch of things to talk about. We're going to be talking about some topics that's going to rub people the wrong way. Some topics that people don't necessarily like to talk about all the time in the coming future. Like Aubameyang, is he finished? What do you call it? Lacazette. We're going to be talking about Lacazette and Pepe. We're going to be talking about Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Ollie Watkins today. We're going to be even talking about Stan Kroenke because he's in the news also, right? So let's get this show started. Big up to Sal. Sal, tell the people where you're from, man. How long you been an Arsenal fan?
I've been an Arsenal fan for most of my life. Ever since I was about 9 or so. Born and raised in North London. Italian family, so yeah, Euro winners. So I get that little bit of happiness whilst Arsenal try and drag me down.
There you go. There you go. Okay, so let's get straight into it. Let's talk about this, because Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Ollie Watkins have been taking over all the airways today. Everything around Arsenal was being spoken, was in conjunction with these two. These two were the main talking points of the whole day. Everywhere you look, any Arsenal news or anything related to Arsenal, you hear that Arsenal are in for two strikers, and the two strikers that the Arsenal were in for are both British, both English, and both currently playing in the Premier League. One for Aston Villa and the other one for Everton. So the fact that Ollie Watkins and Dominic Calvert-Lewin are the two guys being linked to Arsenal, I want to ask you guys in the chat, who would you rather have in your team? And yes, Josh has just joined us. Big up Josh in the chat. And I see CSG, he's connecting as we speak. It's saying the device is not connecting yet, so we'll wait until it gets fully connected. Josh, how are you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm kicking. Yeah, I'm good, man. Okay, so let's get into it. Dominic Calvert-Lewin or Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Ollie Watkins are being linked to Arsenal. This is what the links say. Okay, this is what the links say. These are not my. These are originally from the Sun, right? They report that Arsenal are looking to get replacements for Lacazette, and the two replacements that they've lined up is the £28 million Ollie Watkins that moved from Brentford just a few seasons ago, and the reported £80 million Dominic Calvert-Lewin. So with those two players, which one would you prefer? And do you think this is real news or fake news? Let me know in the chat, guys. Real news or fake news? Because in my opinion, this is one of those stories where it could easily be considered somewhat fake. It easily could be considered somewhat real. I think this is a real story. I think this is a legitimate story. I think Dominic Calvert-Lewin is definitely a target of Arsenal's. I think Ollie Watkins is definitely a target of Arsenal's. At the moment, my question is, which one would you guys, do you guys think this is a real story? Coming from the Sun, by the way. So, I'll start with you. CSG, just try reconnecting.
Yeah, basically, this is 100% real. Yeah, we've been hearing about strikers coming to the club since for a very long time now. But actually, it's not Laka we need to replace, people. It's not Laka, it's Ubba. Because Ubba's not good. He's not been good enough. And his goals have been dried up. So it's not actually Laka we're replacing. We're trying to get a better player than Ubba. So, in my opinion, the strikers we're looking at, I think they're all a risk. But end of the day, it's Arteta's choice. And if Arteta buys a striker, it's be on him, because then it'd be his squad. So I want Arteta to pick whatever striker he believes will fit his system the best. Whether that be Ollie Watkins, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, there's Artisan, there's loads of strikers available next summer. Arteta needs to pick one, whichever one he wants, right? And pick the best one that he wants, and then we move on. Because what we need to do is actually replace Ubba, and that's a bigger hole than Laka. Because Laka, he has not scored more than 20 goals a season. So it's not like a big hole we're missing out. We can replace him with Bellingham or Martinelli. The one we need to replace is Ubba.
Yo, people in the chat, let me know what you guys think. Do you agree with Sahal's take there that this is 100% real, and that he thinks we shouldn't be replacing Lacazette, but we should be replacing Aubameyang? Tell me what you guys think in the chat right now. Let's go to Sal. Sal, what you saying? Is this real news, or do you think this is fake news?
Well, I would say there's probably... See, this is the thing with Arsenal. There's a lot of the times where I think there'll be a genuine interest. So I feel like by the strikers we're seeing, they all look a similar profile. So Watkins, Calvert-Lewin, Tammy Abraham before, Isaac, however you say that. They all look quite a similar kind of profile to me. But I have like these deals. I don't think they're January deals. I don't think Arsenal are actually going to go in for any of these in January. Lacazette, I think he's due to leave at the end of his contract. what I think they'd be looking at is to bring a striker in once the contracts of Lacazette and Nketiah run out. As for Aubameyang being finished or like being the big hole in the squad, I don't think it's as black and white as that. I think he's more the way Aubameyang would thrive in certain teams. Oh, I've just seen a comment. Tammy Abraham is better than. I actually agree with that comment. But
so you think Tammy Abraham is better than both Ollie Watkins and Dominic Calvert-Lewin?
Yes, I would. I'd take Tammy Abraham over them both. I think for me, he has a higher ceiling. I think he's proven to have so far won more. I think he scored important goals in some big games. I like the player. I think he's I think he's a good player, and I think if Arsenal gone for him for like the 34 million fee that we were looking at in the summer, if we were able to shift Lacazette, I think he might be starting for now. Because,
wow.
I like Aubameyang a lot, and it's not a deserve. I think the way Aubameyang is a top striker when you put him in the right system. He's not what Arteta wants, and I'm not a fan of Arteta, right? But if you are going to stick with this manager, I think like Tammy Abraham would be his he would be his like ideal striker. I think the guy's got so much more ability than he's credited for. So everyone there were so many people that said he was like Welbeck kind of level, and I thought that was a big disrespect because I think this guy is good, and he's balled out for Roma as well. If you've watched him this season, he's looked very good. Does need to get a bit more on the goal. He does need to get a bit more on the goal sheet, but he's looked very good, and I think that you can build a lot of him. He has a lot of technique on the ball as well. He can actually like hold the ball for a bit. I think there's not much downside to signing a Tammy Abraham.
I hear that. Yo, people, do me a favor, smash that like button. Do we have 30 of you guys here? Do me a favor, share this. Let your people know that we're live right now. Also, Sahal, you guys, CSG, everybody who's in here, let the people know on your socials also that you guys are live with us right now and you've joined us. Now, let's get into the differences between the two guys. But before we do that, Josh, who'd you take? Josh, you there?
I'm here.
Yeah, if you had to pick between Dominic Calvert-Lewin, yeah. It's a tough one for you.
I don't.
Come on, man. You can. It's pretty straightforward. You just have to pick one. You don't have to think too hard, is it? If you don't want neither, you could say neither.
You know what? Nah, neither of them. No, me, I would first on Jimenez.
Raul Jimenez. I think Raul Jimenez is a great shout. Maybe before his injury, let's see how he actually is doing after that big injury, because that's a big injury to recover from. We don't know how he's going to recover from that injury, right? We don't know how he's going to recover from that injury, but we'll have to wait and see. We'll see how things go. Shout out to all the people in the chat giving suggestions. People saying Tammy Welbeck, Isaac, it would be great for Arsenal. People are saying Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Okay,
how about Southampton?
Let's get into it. Yo, we got Kaney in the house. Yo, what's good?
Yo, it's Bilbo, bro.
Yo, Bilbo, what's going on, Bilbo?
Bro, I'm good, man. I'm supposed to be working right now, but I'm good.
You're good? Yo, so what we're talking about today, man, we're talking about Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Ollie Watkins. And the question is, from these two strikers, would you take do you think it's real news or fake news? First of all, these links are coming again. Big up to James. James, if you want to jump on, I'll throw the link in the chat, James. I haven't seen James in a minute.
Yeah, I think it's legit because we've been linked with I don't know about Ollie Watkins, but I remember we were linked with Calvert-Lewin before. So I think it's real. I wouldn't be mad at Calvert-Lewin. He's an Arsenal fan. I think most of us know that. So yeah, I'll take him over Ollie Watkins from just what I've seen, in the Premier League over the years. He looks like, a seasoned Premier League striker at this point. So I think he might be the better option.
You know what? I can't disagree with you at all. I definitely think Dominic Calvert-Lewin is the better one. But you think Ollie Watkins? Is that correct?
No, I think Calvert-Lewin. I don't think Ollie Watkins. I think Calvert-Lewin is a better
No,
option.
I'm asking. Do you think Ollie Watkins could do a job though?
Yeah, he could do a job. He's a quality player, but to me, I know he's had some injuries and all that, but I kind of need to see more of him. I think the season that he shone, it was a kind of awkward season because of COVID and all that. You know, the fans wasn't in
Yo,
the
we got the
stadium.
Nigerian Englishman in the house. What's good?
What's going on, bro?
Yeah,
Where you at,
yeah.
Yo,
like
I've seen you before. I know
Yeah.
I've seen you before. I seen you on Patrick's stream the other day.
Okay. I was giving him some smoke.
Yeah, big up to you, man. And we
Yeah,
got
Egal, can you hear me?
Shout out to you for coming on, man. But yo,
Pleasure,
we're
man.
talking about a very hot topic today. Everybody likes to talk about strikers. And you know what, guys? If I told you guys a couple years ago, Arsenal would be going for Everton's Dominic Calvert-Lewin, you guys would probably say, nah,
Never.
not him, right? But now, after a couple seasons, let's be
Oh.
real. He's been good. He's been good the past couple seasons. And
Yeah,
like,
he's been great. He's been very more than good, I would say.
I personally think we should be looking at English players that are already playing in the Premier League instead of always going outsourcing. And what we've been doing lately, getting Ben White, getting Ramsdale, you know what? It might be the way to go for the striker position too. So yeah, big
Hey,
up
Egal,
to
can you
big
hear
up
me,
to
bro?
OP
Sorry.
in the house. Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you, my guy, cute Gunner. I'm just gonna call you CSG, bro.
Yeah, man. Well, from Twitter, I mean, that's what you call me anyway, right?
So let's go to it. I'll throw it to you, Nigerian Englishman. What's your name, by the way, bro?
Kunle.
Kunle. Go ahead, bro. What are you taking?
To be honest, if you're talking about the two players, I have to pick Watkins. And the reasons why I picked
Yeah,
Watkins
I agree.
is because he's faster, and I believe he's closer to Lacazette than Calvert-Lewin is. And I also like the fact that he's an actual Arsenal fan, and he's said it on numerous occasions. And to play for Arsenal would be a massive deal for him. You can see someone like Ramsdale winning the North London derby for Ramsdale was different to like a Tomiyasu because he won it as a fan. Do you get what I'm saying? So you could see the passion at the final whistle. So if I had to choose between the two, I'd pick Ollie Watkins because he's faster and I believe he's got a higher ceiling. But I don't want either of them, to be honest. I think we should go all out for Ivan Toney because he gives us all the different things we need for a plan B in our squad.
Wait. So after all that, what's lyrical about my guy? You're saying Ivan Toney.
Tony, bro.
Who's also an Arsenal fan, but he takes digs at the club.
Yeah, but I think
it wasn't like a real dig, though. It wasn't a real dig.
What?
I think he's taking a dig because he wants to move. You look at the last dig he said Arsenal won't win big things until they sign a striker. What position does he play?
Striker. Okay. CSG, you agree with him?
Well, I mean, for me, I don't know about Ivan Toney, but I'll go for Ollie Watkins. I feel he's a good player. I feel he's got good technique and he's coming from a good team as well. I mean, the only worry I have about getting a player from Villa at the moment is the fact that they might want they still probably have their eye on Emil Smith Rowe, and they might want to take him as some kind of make away type thing in order to get Ollie Watkins. But out of the two of them, Ollie Watkins and Dominic Calvert-Lewin, I'll go for Ollie Watkins. I feel he's a much more dynamic player.
Okay, so you guys are saying Ollie Watkins. Guess what? The other guys were all. Why do I have a picture of Saul? The other guys were saying that they would rather have Dominic Calvert-Lewin. But at this moment, I think it's a toss-up between these two. But the real situation is our strikers have not been doing their jobs. Our strikers have been poor. We have guys like Aubameyang that has been poor. We have guys like Lacazette that have been poor. The question is, do we need these first options that we're looking at, or are they pretty bad when it comes to the options that we're looking at? We should be first looking at selling what we have, because I think Aubameyang and Lacazette have both been bad. Well, I'm gonna throw it over to you, Sahal. Sahal, if you were to get rid of one of Aubameyang or Lacazette, who would you get rid of? Sahal, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Look, realistically, if we look
Yeah.
at it realistically, we're gonna get rid of. It's gonna be Lacazette. His contract's running out. I doubt the club is gonna offer him a contract with the same wages. So it's gonna be Lacazette leaving the club, and one of these guys will be his replacement. But for me, if I'm in charge
Yeah.
and looking at the striker situation at Arsenal, honestly,
Yeah.
it's kind of bad because I don't think Martinelli is ready. I don't think Bellingham is ready. So ideally, we need about 2 strikers because Martinelli, even though I think he can do it, he needs to be converted there. And Bellingham, I think he needs a loan. He needs 1 or 2 loans to get some playing time into him. So my thing is with Arteta, I don't know what Arteta wants as a striker. I'm not sure, but whatever Arteta wants, he gets. Because I don't want Arteta to say there's an excuse. I didn't get a striker. I didn't get a midfielder. I didn't get whatever. Right? There is no excuses for this guy. If we get Rope League football, he gets backed again, for example, right? With the same amount of money or more. I don't want Arteta to say, yo, I didn't get backed. I don't want these Arteta inners to say he didn't get backed. I don't want this Arteta inners to say he didn't get the right profile plays. Whoever Arteta wants, right? Even if there's Jumba, right? Even if there's Abdurrassaq from the Mesquite, right? Get him as striker. I
Sorry,
don't care who it is.
Sahal,
he
sorry,
doesn't
did you just
complain.
say Jemba? Did you just say Jemba
I was
bro?
wondering where
Don't
that came
forget
from,
about
man.
Abdurrassaq from the Mesquite.
Nah.
Jemba.
So we get the
He's been
analogy.
talking about
Yeah,
it
But
all day, bro.
but
We get
I'm
the
saying,
analogy.
you know
We
what
get
I'm
the
saying?
analogy.
But
Yeah,
I do
We get
not
the
sure.
want
analogy.
I don't want Arteta to say you didn't get the right players for the job. So
Okay.
whatever Arteta wants, he gets, including
Okay, we get it.
Jumba and Abdurrassaq.
Okay, we
That's
get
my
it. We
opinion.
get it. Okay, so brother has divided the question into something else. Yeah, he has. What are you gonna do? Anyways, quick answers, guys. If you were to get rid of one of Lacazette or Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, I think personally for me, it has to be the guy who his contract's running down.
I agree.
Because it makes no sense to get rid of the guy who we have under contract and then lose the guy that his contract's running down at the end of the season anyways. So personally, I would have got rid of both, but if we had to pick one, it just makes more sense financially to get rid of the guy who his contract's running down. And I hope everybody agrees. But personally, we should have got rid of both of them. I'm gonna do videos on this throughout the whole week. There's so much stuff to talk about. But let's get into the other topics because Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Ollie Watkins, is there a real winner? I think Dominic Calvert-Lewin is the winner, but based on the votes here, it's 2-4. 4 people have said Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and 2 people have said Ollie Watkins. So it's very tight. Now, right? That's just how it shows you how reality is. Everything is divided, opinions, everything. So let's get into the next story. The next story is a very shaky one. Raheem Sterling, everybody's favorite Englishman. That's a pun, obviously. Not all these British guys love Raheem Sterling for some reason. We know why, but yeah, we digress. Let's talk about it. Raheem Sterling to Arsenal. First things first. The question is, he's also linked to Barcelona for an £80 million move today. The first question is this a real story or a fake story? I don't want to hear if you like him, if you want him, none of that. I just want to know, do you think this is a real story or do you think this is a fake story? Because we've heard it numerous times. At this point, we've heard too much noise about Raheem Sterling to Arsenal for it to be fake, in my opinion. But a Nigerian Englishman, I'll go to you first. What do you think?
Let me not lie to you, bro. What I would say is because there's been too much links, as you said, for it not to be true. And the way he's been managed this season kind of looks like he's out of favor. So a move does kind of look realistic, especially if City managed to win the Champions League this year somehow. I think he's 100% leaving City. But I still think there's about 90% chance that he'll leave. I still think it's a definite true story right now with the link with Arteta as well. And he's a London boy.
Yeah, he did say he did credit Arteta for helping him a lot in his game. Bilbao, what are you saying?
I don't think it's real for one reason. I think he may leave City, but to be honest, I just don't think Sterling is coming to Arsenal. It's a sad thing to say as an Arsenal fan, bro. But I just don't. Even if he was to leave, I don't believe like he'll be a prime destination. I don't think at the Emirates. But I've been a fan of him for very, very long, and I think if he was to come, like he adds something that we don't
I just
have.
asked you if it was real or fake. I didn't get there yet.
I'm sorry, man. I don't think it's real. But I'm sorry. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Okay. Then I'll go to Sal. Sal, I'll throw it to you and I'll say, is this a thumbs up for you or a thumbs down if it is real? And people in the comment section, play along. Thumbs up or thumbs down for Raheem Sterling? I want to know.
I can't see a world where it happens, to be honest. I don't see a world where it would be such an expensive transfer. I don't see Arsenal.
You think so?
I think it would be minimum 80 million.
How many years does he have left on his contract?
I don't know, but if Barcelona are being linked to him today for 81 million, come on.
That was the link? Oh, I didn't hear that part.
That's probably a fake link, though, as well, to be honest.
That's
I'm not going to lie. Barcelona can't.
I just want to add to that, though, for a second, in regards to the Barcelona link. Where are Barcelona getting the 80 million from to get it?
No, so what I heard in terms of, it wasn't I didn't hear the 80 million thing, but I heard that whatever the price that City would accept for him, Barca can afford that package. I don't know if it's 81 mil, but it says Barca can afford that package. And if Barca can afford it, anyone can afford it right now. Let's be honest, guys.
Yeah.
So, guys, we saying Ollie Watkins or Dominic Calvert-Lewin? Yo, we already went through this, but just so you know, 4 people went Dominic Calvert-Lewin, 2 people went Ollie Watkins. Without being cheeky, I don't see Raheem Sterling taking a backward step and joining Arsenal. I honestly do agree to a certain degree. Let's be honest. Raheem Sterling would be taking a backward step to join Arsenal at this point. CSG, do you think he would make that move?
Well, I mean, he's like you said, he credited Arteta for helping out with his game. The fact that he's originally from London and all that aspects. But I don't know. I feel like he's probably at a stage of his career now that he'd want to go to a team at the same level as Manchester City. So, I mean, like Barcelona, in terms of like Champions League and everything else, most likely at the moment we're far away from that right now. And I don't know if you would for him coming from a team like Man City to a team like Arsenal is, as much as he hates me to say, it's a downgrade at the moment. You know, so
that's just the honest truth. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, you know, from going from a team playing Champions League and going to a team that maybe at best might be Europa League or no Europe at all, like it's a downgrade. So I don't know. I mean, likely destination Barcelona. I mean, it's not uncommon for English players to go abroad now. I mean, if the package is there, I mean, Tammy Abraham went to Roma and he's a young guy, like, you know, so. Yeah, most likely Barcelona, but I'm sure there's some truth to that because again, Raheem Sterling at the moment at Manchester City is not really, I don't know, being favoured in any kind of way. So, yeah, I mean, maybe City finally want to sell him and move on, you know. So, but for us, I don't think it will be a kind of player that would. I mean, I would love him to come to us, but realistically, I don't see it happening.
Egal. Can I ask you a question?
Look at that. Yeah, go ahead.
So my question would be, obviously, we're all watching what's going on in Barcelona right now, right?
Yeah.
If they don't fix things quickly, there's a chance that they don't even qualify for the Champions League. Let's be realistic from the results we're seeing of late. The club's in turmoil, right, for the Champions League next year. So if that happens, and we are also in Europe, realistically, how many clubs, if Sterling wants to leave, can he go to? He's not going to go to Real Madrid because I think they're more focused on Mbappe and Haaland.
Years, maybe.
I can't see him going to Germany, although we've had some progress in Germany with the Sanchos and what's his name, Bellingham. I can't see him going to Germany personally. Do we see him going to a Serie A? Maybe a Juventus, maybe, but I doubt.
No, they can't afford him.
Exactly, right? So realistically, he's not going to go back to Liverpool.
His options are limited.
He's not going to go to Man United. If he wants to leave, coming back home again after winning all those trophies, like he comes in as we say in Nigeria, a baba, Oga. He comes in like an Oga. You get now.
comes
Can
in
I
like
ask you
the
guys?
thing.
Can I ask you guys a quick question?
Yeah,
Would
one
you say
second. Let me just go through some of the comments. Guys saying Arteta or Gerrard. At the moment, I will say they're on the same level, personally, because we don't know what Gerrard's going to do in the Premier League. We know what he's done in the Scottish League. We know what he's done in the Europa League. But let's be honest, it's different gravy. It's different gravy. Now, let's go to the next one. Another question. Who does he replace if he joins? I think Dizzy asked that earlier. Who does Raheem Sterling replace? He replaces Emil Smith-Rowe or Pepe. That's in my opinion in the starting 11. That's where because we need more goals in the team, and he would play in the team. Another person asked, what about going back in for Gnabry? At the moment, I don't think Bayern are going to sell Gnabry, but if they did, he would
Egal.
be a good solution. He would be a very good solution.
Gnabry just signed a new contract, so
Okay, so those talks are done then. In that point, if he signed a new contract, Sterling is a London boy and has family based in London. If we gave him the money, he would want to come here. I've also heard that because he's from Northwest London and he grew up in the Wembley area, he does not want to stay too close to home because he feels like it would be a distraction from his work, and that's why he always wanted to live in Liverpool. He wanted to work in Manchester, and he didn't want to work too close to home. So it might actually be a disadvantage that he grew up in London, because he has so much friends that they'll be asking him for tickets to the Emirates every game, and he doesn't want that. So that is another disadvantage. Now, unfortunately, guys, we have other segments that we have to go to, but before we go any further, I just want to know yes or no for Raheem Sterling. What are you saying?
I'll
Yes.
say
Sahal, go ahead.
I would say it depends, but I'll say no. I don't think it's real. I'm not sure. I'll say no.
So thumbs down.
Yeah, I don't think it's real.
So thumbs down.
Is that it? You don't think it's real? Or you don't want him? Which one?
Is it thumbs down,
real,
or is it you want him, but you don't think it's gonna happen?
It's both. I think it's a bit of both. Where I don't think it's coming.
Pick one.
I don't think it's coming. Basically, he's not coming. He's not coming.
Okay.
That's my
Okay. So.
Yep.
Which one? Thumbs up or thumbs down on Raheem Sterling?
Thumbs up to wanting him. Thumbs down to him actually happening.
Okay. What about yourself, Bilbao?
Yeah, thumbs up to wanting him, and the reason I really want him is because he is a winger that consistently gets past his defender, and I think in this team, we lack that. I think Saka does it sometimes, but not enough. But yeah, that's the reason I want him, just because he's so dangerous. He could go in behind, he could take it to his feet, and he just goes past his defender. So thumbs up for him coming, but thumbs down in terms of I don't think the links are real.
Okay, and CSG, final one.
I have to agree with the rest of the guys. I'll definitely I want him. Thumbs up for wanting him, but again, thumbs down. I don't think it's gonna happen.
Okay, now we gotta have some honest truths about Lacazette's future. What is Lacazette's future at Arsenal? Does he have a future at Arsenal?
He has no
future. Sold in January, mate.
Do you guys even play him, or you're saying sell him in January? Because that's what the reports are saying. The reports are saying Lacazette could be sold in January because of his lack of impact in the team at the moment, and they see him as just a depreciating asset, basically.
I believe, I think we should have sold him in the summer because of the contract situation. It just didn't really make sense to keep him, and now we're kind of under ransom. He's just winding down his contract so he can have a pick of what he wants. So I say sell him in January. Get something from him, but that definitely depends on who we can bring in January. If we can't bring in someone of the similar level, a bit younger, then I guess we will just have to cut our losses and wait till the end of the season, because we put ourselves in this situation.
Exactly. Can I just add to that? The thing about the club is, right, when a guy's running down his contract, right, best thing to do is just, if he's not going to sign a new contract, just cut your losses.
Sell him.
It's better to get some money than get no money. At the end of the day, I'd rather take 10 million or 12 million for Lacazette than him just walking away for free. at the end of the day, like, it's similar to with the Xhaka thing as well. When Roma were trying to inquire about Xhaka and we wanted more money for it, like, I mean, I would have sold him and just taken the money, reinvested it in whatever shape or form, and get a Basuma or something. Like,
Okay, let me ask everybody this right now: Lacazette sold in January, or let him leave in a free in the summer? Which one is more valuable to you? Is Lacazette's whatever he can gain income wise from us until the end of the season better for him personally, or for him to move? I think personally it's better for him to move. And for Arsenal, the money that we would gain from selling him in January, is it enough to entice us to get rid of him now? Or is that actually not enough for us to entice us to sell him in January? Because I'm thinking the club don't think the way we think.
Fact.
I don't think any type of money that they get in the January transfer window will be enough for them to go and replace his output. And if his output is non-existent, they should just get rid of him. But they're not going to do that.
Exactly.
Now, 1 second, CSG. Let me just go to Saul. Saul. I don't know why I keep calling you Saul. Saul's stuck in my head now. Saul, what are you saying?
Right. So, firstly, this club did say that they never let players go into the last year of their contract. Lied, and
but that guy resigned because he was a fraud.
Yeah, well, that's true. I'll give you that. Secondly, I think it would have made sense to have got rid of him beforehand. Now that you've got him, once it hits January, at the end of the day, I don't think anyone's going to pay a amount significant enough for him to warrant leaving in January. Because number one, you still can't replace what he can offer, because he is a good player. He's still a good player who can still offer something. Like,
he should have started on the weekend, to be honest.
He could have started, but like, he's a good player. He can offer stuff. He's not a bad player. Because of how little you'd get for him, and I'm talking like, if someone was that desperate, like, I don't think because of you can literally get him on a pre-contract agreement. You wouldn't even get double digits of millions.
I'm just going to tell you something. I got a video coming out, Saul. I think I'm going to be doing it tomorrow about the truth about what's actually going on with Lacazette and Pepe. So, guys, look out for that. Tomorrow, there's a video going to be coming out about this. We're going to get into more details because I honestly have some hot takes about Lacazette where some people might be shocked. But yeah, I'll stay tuned for that tomorrow. Because when it comes to Lacazette, I honestly think we've mismanaged, underused, and undervalued an asset that could have been better handled. You've seen in the Brighton game when he came on, he actually allowed us to have a little bit more control of the game, a little bit more possession, a little bit more overall. He does add some value to the squad, but the thing is, getting rid of him completely, take him completely out of the picture. You have Eddie Nketiah and Balogun coming in. Guys, we watched the first game of the season. Balogun is not ready yet. Eddie Nketiah is not ready yet. We cannot afford to get rid of players in our team.
Sorry, Egal. What about Martinelli? Can we explore the Martinelli?
1 second.
No.
This is going to be a live video. I'm going to do a live video tomorrow. It's not going to be an upload. I'm going to do a live video tomorrow. I'm going to do a video on Lacazette. I got a video on Smith Rowe and Saka coming up. I got a bunch of stuff coming out, guys. Don't worry. There's some crazy stuff coming out in the pipework. You guys don't even know. Anyways, continue. What were you going to say?
I was going to say it doesn't make sense to let him go in January. I'd keep him there. Imagine because say Aubameyang gets injured or has another illness or something. I don't want to be left with the option where we're playing how we were against.
Would you take 12 million? Because my guy's saying sell Lacazette for 12 million, then pay Xhaka's wages for 9 months.
He's mocking us. No, Sal, wouldn't you? If we're going to commit to one of those, for example, those players we were talking about just before, Watkins or Calvert-Lewin in January, I don't mind losing a Lacazette if we're looking to make that sort of outlay for a striker in January. If not, just like you're saying, I agree, it's too much to lose.
If we are looking to get one of those two in January, which, again, I just don't see happening because those kind of transfers just don't happen in the January window, and even in the summer they'll be ridiculously
That's
hard.
not true. Aubameyang came to us
It's
in
not
January.
impossible. But you know how we do business, though.
Luis Suarez went to Liverpool in January. Don't forget, Vidic went to Manchester United in January. Some of the biggest
These are all
transfers in
foreign.
history.
These are
Yeah,
foreign
those are all
transfers coming over. You don't poach from Premier League rival
Premier
clubs
League,
in
exactly.
middle
The
of
thing
January,
about
like-
Premier League, the thing about Premier League clubs is, right, they're always gonna want more money anyway, and then now some
Especially in
teams
January,
might
right?
want one or two of your players as well. So, you know,
Especially when
in
they
case
hear-
on point with Aston Villa, you remember they wanted Emil Smith Rowe. They put in
You're
2 bids
really
for it.
scared about this Smith Rowe thing, aren't you?
No,
He's not going
bro.
anywhere,
Like,
bro.
I don't want him to, like, because you know Aston
not
Villa
going
such
anywhere.
a, you know, they have aspirations. You know, they lost Jack Grealish and they want to replace him with.
Bro, he's a Hale End boy, bro. He's not going anywhere. Bro.
Well, I hope so. I hope so.
Listen, you guys keep touching on videos that I'm gonna be talking about. I got another video on Smith Rowe and Saka coming out, guys.
Sorry, bro.
This is gonna be a different topic for a different day, because there's so much stuff that we're gonna need to discuss during the international break in detail that we could get into this today. But I got a whole different live setup for this. This is gonna be a live video, by the way, not an upload. So stay tuned for these. And also, just to show you guys some of the stuff, quick teaser. So I also got the good and the bad. We're gonna be talking about the good and bad about Arsenal this season so far. We're gonna also talking about Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Is he finished? Like, this is a question that's going to be asked to everybody throughout the rest of the season, I believe. Is he finished? And what just happened to him? Like, honestly. But yeah, let's get into the rest of the video, guys. Has everybody had their say on this story with Lacazette?
No, I haven't had my say yet. But
Go ahead.
Yeah. I would get rid of Lacazette only in the case that, as you said, if we get one of the strikers we're looking at, if those links are true. But if it's like we have to rely on Nketiah, Balogun, Martinelli, I don't think they're ready yet. So I would rather keep Lacazette and let him walk in the free, unless you're getting somebody in. It doesn't make sense to let him leave and then there's no there's no replacement, because what we have now as replacements, we've seen that they're not ready. So only in the event that we could get somebody in, I would let Lacazette go in January. But yeah, as of right now, I would rather see him walk for free at the end of the season.
My issue is, why do we do such bad business that we're in this situation again? It's frustrating that we're here. Like, in terms of Balogun, he should be 1 year ahead. He should have gone on loan last season. So this season we wouldn't be saying he needs to go on loan. But instead we let him rot in the reserves for a whole year, and now we're asking questions: should we let go of Lacazette when we should be asking something else?
Where's Martinelli? Where's Martinelli? That is a good question.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we need to find a way to get Martinelli into the team. Like,
Sir Alex Ferguson did RVP. What does that mean? He took RVP from us in January. No, he didn't.
Nah, that was summer, man.
He took him in the summer before the window ended. Don't be big-headed. Hit that like button. Yeah, people, come on. We got 85 of you guys. Smash that like button. It takes 2 seconds, absolutely free. The more of you guys smash that like button, the more people get involved, and the better content I can produce for you guys, because there's more people getting involved in the channel. That's straightforward. Did you hear that how he pronounced spell again?
Big up Dizzy. He knows I'm in Niger boy now.
Dizzy,
now.
man, Dizzy.
I didn't
So how are you supposed to
name.
pronounce it?
It's Balogun. You have to have the accent behind you. Balogun.
No, I don't even pronounce it well in English, supposedly. Anyways, Saul's back. Not Saul, but big up to him. Let's get into the next one. Turns out Saka's injury is fine. Let me just go this way. Apparently Saka's injury is not as bad as we first hoped. We first heard it was, and everybody at the club takes a good sigh of relief that Saka will be fine. He will be still going to the England camp for the upcoming World Cup qualifiers. He's fine, Arteta said. It's just a knock, and he'll be absolutely fine. No issues at all from that. So that's great to hear. Nothing else to be really said about that. Also, Ian Wright spoke about how we performed against Brighton, and he said Arsenal's Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Thomas Partey's performances were utterly poor. he used other words, but he said they were poor, basically saying Lacazette, Aubameyang and Partey are the two senior players in that team, and they should be doing better to raise everybody else's levels. And he does not expect those type of performances from such good world-class players, and that's what he called them. So, is he right? We should be expecting more from these guys in that game against Brighton. And I don't want to keep going back to that game, so this is the last time we're going to do it. Versus Brighton, Aubameyang and Partey, did you guys think they were poor? I'm just going to say road call, and then you can tell me afterwards what you think. I'm going to start with you, Saul. Saul, you there? Okay.
Oh,
Saul,
sorry. I've had some technical issues. Can you just repeat that? Because it was very laggy for me.
Did you think Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Partey were poor on Saturday? Apparently,
yes.
I thought they were the worst out of the bunch.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to argue against it. I mean, I saw a stat that I think it was Lacazette had either the same or more passes than Aubameyang in the whole game, like when he came on. That's kind of embarrassing on Aubameyang's part. But I mean, I thought the team as a whole were quite disappointing. There were very few, other than like Ramsdale, who covered themselves in glory. Great save at the end by him. But I guess, I mean, you know what? A bit better decision making, and we probably get something out of the game. Like that, it's just one of those ones. We knew Brighton were going to be a tough game, but my problem is, like, we are Arsenal Football Club, and they are Brighton. Like, we should be going into these games with full confidence. And when I see a whole team performance as a collective, right, and I go into games like that thinking, this is going to be a tough one for us today. I look more on the manager than I do a lot of these specific individuals, and also a lot of like the team as a whole, because.
Okay, we lost you there. Let me just go to Babao. Babao, you there, bro?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yo, what'd you think of Partey and Aubameyang's performance versus Brighton? And, then I'm just gonna keep it moving because CSG Englishman, I'll throw you guys the next story.
All right.
Yeah, I think Aubameyang was poor. I don't agree that Partey was as disappointing as people say, because if you pay attention to the game, every chance that Arsenal created, it was through Partey. He was the only one in that midfield trying to put in some through balls. He had one where Aubameyang had the one-on-one. He was offside, okay. And then the Emil Smith-Rowe chance, that was also Partey as well. So I think maybe he had an underwhelming game by his standards, but to say he was piss poor, I don't agree with it, because without him, we don't even create a chance in that game. So, but Aubameyang for sure was terrible.
Okay, so Aubameyang you agree with, but the Partey take you do not agree with. Okay, so let's get into this. Guys, remember, before we signed Ramsdale, but shout out to the people. Big up to Cams in the chat. Big up to Dizzy. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Does anybody know how to pronounce that name?
Blase.
No, I know Blase, but like the last
I'm
part.
not even trying that next part.
Nah, LP in the house saying was disappointed in Odegaard. Yes, Odegaard, that was probably Odegaard's worst game in Arsenal shirt this season. Now let's go into Fabrizio Romano update. Fabrizio Romano has given us an update on Onana. Yes, the Onana. Have you guys forgotten? Since Ramsdale's been so good, everyone forgot about Onana, I guess. But we were linked to Onana all summer, because fan speculation has caused Arsenal to be linked to a player. I never know how that happens, but fans can link to players now. So Onana was linked to us based on fan speculation, and the link has gotten so much traction that everything that he does is somewhat referencing Leno. So Leno is no longer going to Inter, because Inter have agreed to agreement with Onana to sign as a free agent in 2021. That's what Fabrizio Romano said. And in my opinion, as I tweeted underneath, I think Ramsdale is clear, because Ramsdale is going to be playing for us from the beginning of the season, where Onana at this moment would still not be eligible to play for us if he was to have signed for Arsenal. So it makes no sense. But guess what? Twitter trolls are going to say Onana is bigger than your whole Tin Pot club. So that's what Twitter is. But yeah, let's get back to this. So do you guys care that we missed out on Onana, or are you happy with Ramsdale? Because in my opinion, I'm happy with Ramsdale. And people in the chat, let me know what you guys think. I'll start with you, English, my guy, Nigerian Englishman.
What I would say is I'm happy with Ramsdale, to be honest. What I'm upset about is Leno is not suited to our style. So I would have rather sold Leno in January and got Onana.
Man said Tierney saving himself for the upcoming Scottish games. This is a Scottish guy himself. So continue.
Yes, I would have pushed for Leno to be sold in January, sign Onana, and we have Ramsdale and Onana as our two keepers. I would have liked that, but
no, but you know that's going to cause problems.
You reckon?
Yeah, because he would want wages close to a first team goalkeeper because he's signing on he would be able to sign on a free. Anyways, anywhere he goes. So it just doesn't make sense for him financially. You have to look at it from both perspectives. Right. Now, Bilbao, what about you? Or no, CSG.
CSG.
Bilbao,
CSG.
you spoke on the last topic. Sorry.
Yeah, CSG.
CSG. Go ahead, bro.
Well, I mean, I would have liked Onana. I feel like we've got Ramsdale and he's doing well. That's great. Yeah. I feel if we're going to lose Leno, we should bring in another top quality keeper to compete with or have that competition with Ramsdale. So I mean, obviously they'll want to be number one, but at the end of the day, competition is good. You don't want a goalkeeper to get complacent, feeling that the spot is always his, even if he has a bad game. There's no one to to challenge him, basically. But no, I mean Onana. It looks like that link is pretty much over with now. So, but I personally would have liked us to have got him, and especially if we're going to lose Leno, bring him in and compete with Ramsdale, but.
Yo, does anyone disagree with this take? Because Ramsdale is ready to play right now, he's clear of Onana, based on the fact that Leno was so bad, we needed to keep her from the beginning of the season.
I think it's dangerous. There's definitely an argument in it. And
Baba, you said it's dangerous.
Yeah, it's dangerous. You know why it's dangerous? Because, and I would always say, right, I rather players who play. So Onana hasn't played football in a very long time. Leno has. Not Leno, sorry, Ramsdale has.
Oh, so you're dangerous.
I'm not mad at it, but it's dangerous in the fact that in their careers, like Onana could easily become a better keeper than what Ramsdale is. So that's the only reason it's dangerous. But as of right now, though, it does look, I have to give, how I feel about Arteta, bro. I have to give him his flowers, bro. Because no one expected Ramsdale to be what he is now, not even me. And I was
no flowers for Arteta. No flowers
None of us could have imagined what Ramsdale would have been, especially that save he pulled off at the weekend, bro. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was not even Ramsdale, and you guys know I was not having any parts of this.
I don't think any of us
people are saying Onana is UCL proven at the highest level of football.
No. You have to.
How can Ramsdale be clear?
He plays now. Ramsdale is clear now because he plays football. He's in form. Onana will be a bit rusty. So right now, yes, sure. Ramsdale for me is player right now.
But let me ask you this. If Messi took a year off, right, and Mikel Antonio was killing it, would you say Mikel Antonio is clear?
Bro, you can't do that. Give us another player other than Messi, then I'll answer. Give me anyone but Messi.
You shouldn't ask questions like that, man. Come on.
No, because today someone had the audacity to compare Antonio to Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, he was going crazy.
That was mad.
Social media, it's not safe.
Anyways. Oh, by the way. There's some idiots out there that were comparing Benzema to Henry, saying Benzema's won more than Henry, he scored more goals than Henry, and he's been underrated. And in their opinion, Real Madrid fans saying Benzema is better than Henry. I don't know what to say anymore.
Bro, Benzema is not even going to tell you that.
As in, Benzema would tell you the truth to that. Like ask Benzema, he'll give you his answer, innit?
There you go. Yo, I think I need to do a whole show on just like Finnish players, if they're Finnish or if they're not Finnish, because everyone's considered Finnish after 2 bad games. It's just messed up. But yeah, let's get into the next topic. The next topic is going to be an interesting one. Guys, apparently now Mavropanos is better than Ben White, apparently. Somebody told me Mavropanos is better than Ben White. Twitter is mad. Yesterday there was reports that Mavropanos is officially going to be leaving the club. He'll officially be signing a deal with his current club that he's on loan with, and he will be signing the permanent signing to deal. He'll be signing permanently for January, and he will no longer be an Arsenal player. And with that, his performances recently has shown that people think he's good enough to be playing in this team right now, to the point where somebody said he would be starting in the team over Ben White if he was still at Arsenal. And I personally disagree. I see the Saliba hype, but now there's Mavropanos hype. This has gone too far. It's gone way too far. Do you guys agree? Because it's getting
what I
ridiculous.
would say is the worst thing to happen to Mavropanos was getting sent off in that game. You know, when he got a chance to get a
Leicester
games, and he got sent off. If that didn't happen,
he finished. Yeah, Pookie's in a bad team, bro. That's the worst team I've ever seen.
I miss Pookie of last.
And he went down and came back up with them. He should have left when they went down.
Instagram went down, WhatsApp went down, Facebook went down, and Norwich is going down. Everything's going down. Let's be honest.
Continue. Norwich should have never come into the Premier League. Like,
bro, Norwich took what do you call it? Brentford's spot a couple years ago. And then Brentford now are in, and Brentford are still looking better than Norwich were last year. Anyways, continue. What were you guys going to say?
Mate, I completely forgot my train of thought.
No, it's okay. Okay. Bao, what are you saying about the people saying craziness about Mavropanos better than Ben White?
Those people, bro, and I'm not even like the biggest Ben, but let me not say this. I rate Ben White. But I didn't like the situation where we bought him instead of bringing back Saliba. I just didn't like that. But no, Mavropanos is not better than Ben White, bro. I don't know what football these guys are watching, bro. Ben White is a seasoned Premier League defender, bro. He's had time in the Premier League. He may have been underwhelming thus far, bro. But to say Mavropanos, bro, is better
Bill
than
Bow,
Ben
you
White.
said season.
Whoever
said
said
that? Premier League, bro. Calm down.
Bro,
he's had
had 1 year in the Premier League. Like
you're not seasoned after a year, though.
All right.
I get your point, though. I get what
maybe
you're saying.
the words, maybe the semantics was wrong. I apologize for that.
That's all good.
But I'm just trying to make the point that Mavropanos, bro, we've never seen him in the Premier League, and it's not a situation where Saliba. Whereas when you look at Saliba, yes, he hasn't played in the Prem, but you see quality. When I look at Mavropanos, I don't see the same. I don't think he's better.
Well, to be fair,
we're gonna talk about Saliba.
He played a couple of games.
And he looked decent in the games he played for Arsenal. Let's be honest, he looked decent.
No, he played well one game versus Man United,
and then got sent off the next game.
And then he played Leicester the next game, got sent off. so these things happen. Listen, these things happen. Ainsley Maitland-Niles had man of the match performance in a 2-2 draw versus Manchester United at Old Trafford. Guess what? The next game, what did he do? Manchester City, stutter, messed up. But it's Man City. What do you expect? What do you expect from a game against Man City? They just beat us every game anyways.
I would say I think with the defenders we had on our books, we had enough to not have to spend 50 million on Ben White. I would say that. But I can see. I just hope Ben White turns into the player that everyone keeps talking him up to be. I'm still undecided.
Okay. The next story: fake news or real news. This is one of those stories where when I see this, I get my eyes open up wide and I get excited, and then I say to myself, "Nah, it's not gonna happen. Nah, we had the opportunity when he was unknown, when he was still in PSG, when he was 15 million, and Unai Emery said sign him. But you know what? Instead, we went for Denis Suarez because he was a £5 million loan. Missed out on NKUNKU. The man scoring hat tricks in the Champions League for RB Leipzig. He's basically doing everything we need Pepe to do, but he's a lot more younger. He's more polished. He's just looking very, very good in many different ways. He's being linked to Arsenal today. My question to you guys is it a realistic signing? Do you think it would happen? And do you believe the reports that this could even happen? Because I think he would be an amazing, amazing signing. Fits the profile, age-wise, everything. But it looks like fake news. And look, the first person comes in right away and says fake news right away. Someone else says, to the hell with NKUNKU. What? Go
Raw, boy.
before it's too late. Okay. What do you say in English? English, Niger. Yo, Nigerian Englishman. I need you to know your name. What is it again?
Kunle.
Kunle. I'm just gonna call you Kunle. Go ahead.
All right. So I think it's fake news personally. Hasn't he just moved to Leipzig?
Nah, he's been there for like since Emery days, bro. Like 3 years.
He's been there since. Okay. I don't know, man. I don't know about you, Egal, but I'm just getting tired just being linked with every single person that has a good game. Like in the Euros, it was like you have a good game, you're linked to Arsenal. Like it's just getting annoying now. I don't think there's anything in this one.
It's like Connect 4.
Yeah, literally. Remember when Dumfries had a worldie of a performance? I was like, tomorrow, I bet he's going to be linked to Arsenal. Watch.
And he was.
Linked to Arsenal.
There
I don't think this is real.
Okay. Belba, same thing?
Yeah, I don't think this is real, but I rate him highly though. Like he's developed. Like if you used to watch PSG to where he's now, he's developed into he's a solid player, probably on the brink of maybe 2 seasons away from being a world-class player. But I think it's fake, but I would love him. Same with Sterling, man.
There you go. Okay. CSG, your last?
Yeah, he's a good player, definitely. In terms of this being a real fake story, I'll say fake. Yeah, I mean, definitely though, in January, we're definitely going to have to sign players. I don't know, because we're going to lose a couple of players to AFCON, but we're going to need a couple of players at least to push us, because it's make or break for us this season. Like, we have to get back into Europe in some shape or form. Like, I want Champions League personally, but let's be realistic. Europa League most likely, but we have to get back into Europe next season. And the club will sign players in January. I don't know how many they'll sign, but we need players to push us along, because it's gonna be tough this season because the league is so competitive. So but yeah, someone said Pepe is a player that he plays with loafers on or something. I don't know. I heard that yesterday on Spaces. Like he plays with.
I don't know where people get these jokes from. They're actually
yeah. Someone said something. Anyway, but we definitely need to sign a couple of players in January.
Let me just tell you guys. Friday, I have a big video coming out. Friday, I'm going to be doing Arsenal's season review so far. We're going to be going through every single game that Arsenal have played so far, and we're going to be looking at the wins, the losses, the draws, the goals conceded. There has been no penalties conceded. Am I right?
Yeah.
No, so that's good. We're going to talk about the three clean sheets. We're going to talk about the many goals conceded prior to Ramsdale and the 1 goal conceded since. We're going to talk about the form of certain players, performances of certain players, and overall just what we think about every single player. So this is another video that's going to be in the pipeworks. And Saturday, I will be doing a quiz also, so stay tuned. I have a lot of stuff coming out, guys, for the next couple of days. And this is the final story of the day. We're going to be talking about Big William Saliba. Get your minds out of the gutter, guys. Come on. Get your minds out of the gutter. Stop it.
You remember the video you got.
The only reason why I said that is because this guy said that. And he got freaking, look at it. Yes. People are sick, man. People are sick. But we're going to be talking about Saliba before I get copyrighted. Fabrizio Romano said, Arsenal are following William Saliba's progress closely, and they are really happy with the French center back. Arsenal have told Saliba weeks ago they trust him 100% for the future, and that he will be joined Olympique Marseille on loan, just so he can play as a starter. Then he'll be back for the first team. So next year is Saliba's season. We've been waiting for it for a while, but next year is confirmed that it's going to be his season. My question to you is, do you believe it? Do you believe that we will actually keep him? Do you believe these, or is Fabrizio just doing the club's bidding? Is he just telling us what we want to hear? Is he, I'm not saying lying, but is this propaganda that we should not believe in? Because today there's been more propaganda, but we're going to get into that next part. as the final part of the video. Once again, we're gonna have to talk about Kroenke. But before we do that, William Saliba, will he still be an Arsenal player next season? Because I personally thought at the beginning of the season when he got on loan that this was it for him. But it looks like he's going to be getting a chance. What do you think? I'll start with you, CSG, this time.
Well, he's on the contract, so
Sitting on the fence.
well, I really can't tell.
You're
we can
lost
only
for it.
we can only hypothesize, but I mean, he's on a contract, so he will definitely, unless the club decides to sell him, he will be an Arsenal player next season.
I'm keeping him.
My thing is, right, there's a bit of a dilemma. So if he comes back to Arsenal, he plays next season, right? He's only going to have 1 year left on his contract.
Yeah.
Right? So if he has a good season, do you see him as a guy who's going to sign an extension to his contract and stay at Arsenal into the future? Or would he just run his contract down and walk away in the final year as a free agent? Like, because this is his third season on loan now. And yeah, we hope he comes back next season and he plays for us. But then if he comes back, he plays well, and then, he's got 1 year left. Does he stay? Does he sign? Or does he just walk away? I mean, you see, that's the kind of situation Arsenal found themselves in with this guy. Like, we just don't know. Like, we don't know what the future holds for us and Saliba. Like, it's a tough one. It's tough. Like, I personally don't want him to stay. I like Saliba. I think he's a good player, but I don't know.
Yeah, people really need to get their minds out the gutter. Okay, yeah, I'll start with you, my guy, Bilbao. Go ahead.
I'll say this: as you said, when he got sent out to loan again this season, I thought he was finished at Arsenal, bro. Which is why I was extra mad at the Ben White thing. But I mean, things change a lot in football, and over a season, things change a lot. So maybe they see, what, Saliba is having a good season. This is probably his second season where he's been consistent. Maybe, we could bring him in, because I mean, what defenders do we really have at Arsenal?
We have a lot of defenders, actually.
Pablo
But I
Mari.
mean, like of a standard, like, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, bro.
that's the only reason I would say I think he's coming back, because
there's Rob Holding with the hair transplant. He's looking like a new player. All you have to do is look good, apparently. So
nah, but just in terms of quality and the lack of quality, I think for that reason it may have some truth to that.
Remember when Rob Holding came in, everyone was saying Rob Holding's gonna play for England? That's not
what? Who said that?
Which everyone said that?
Don't lie. Everybody,
I don't remember that
everybody was saying Rob Holding was going to play for England. It's not just me.
When was this? Was this 5 years ago or something?
Bro, this was after the FA Cup final. They're like, this is the future England number one.
I don't remember that, man. I'm sorry.
This is a future England captain. Anyways, enough about that. What? Anyways, let's continue. Finally, I'm gonna go to my guy, Nigerian Englishman. I keep forgetting your name, bro.
It's so easy. Kunle. Kunle. But yeah, what I would say, just like a lot of people in the group, I had some doubts with the way the Olympique Marseille move came about and what was being said, and some of the things he maybe has said tongue in cheek because he was a bit upset. But from what I've been hearing over the last couple of weeks, I believe he's definitely coming back. Look, he's 20 years old. How many 20-year-olds start for Arsenal as centre-back in the past? You can maybe like a David O'Leary and Tony Adams, and he's not on that level at this age for me just yet. But so him getting a lot of minutes at Marseille is good for us. I see him coming back to give some competition to Gabriel and White next season, and I believe another year will mature him. So I'm confident that he comes back next season. I'm confident he probably even signs a new contract in the summer.
I hope so.
Okay.
I hope so.
Yo, I remember. Okay, so November 12th, 2018, interview after a Liverpool 1-1 draw at the Emirates. There was an interview with Kevin Campbell and two other reporters. And in that interview, they said there's nothing holding you back from being one of England's best young center backs and a future England player. So it's not just me. It was literally on Sky Sports. So my guy's saying this is a lie. I literally have the article and I'll give it to you. I'll throw it to you. I'll throw it in the chat if you want to see it.
to be fair, if Connor Cody can get an England cap, I don't think Rob Holding can get an England cap for me, boy.
Yeah, don't forget, Carl Jenkinson got an England cap.
So it's not impossible.
That's yeah. I mean, if Carl Jenkinson got one, then it's not impossible. Definitely.
Yeah, you guys forgot that. You guys forgot.
I forgot that.
Got an England cap.
Yeah.
Even Chambers has an England cap.
So the final thing we're going to be talking about is, oh man, I know you guys hate talking about this and probably talking about Kroenke and all that stuff, but like, I just want to get everyone's takes. I'll start with CSG. CSG, what's your take on the Kroenkes?
Oh man, well they've spent money in the summer, so I mean a lot of us weren't happy with some of the signings at first, but but then again, people should remember where we are currently in terms of trying to attract the players that would want. We're not in Europe, all that factors in. But they've spent money, so let's just see how that goes. And now we're being linked with players in January, I think.
So do you believe the propaganda that they brought out today on The Sun saying that Stan Kroenke is backing Arteta and will be giving him whatever funding he needs to show that he's backing him?
Well, I'm going to have to believe it because they've just spent 150 million this summer. So I mean, that's backing, I suppose. Okay. So yeah, I feel that they will back him.
Wait. Shocks is Kroenke in? Since when? Okay, we need to speak to him. It's Kolo, right? Kunle. I'm sorry, man. I'm terrible with names.
Don't worry. You just keep inviting me back on the show so you can get used to it.
There you go. I'm gonna ask you about the Rams Stadium. If you guys have never seen this, this is the home of the LA Rams and the LA Chargers. This is their new stadium. Cost £5.5 billion.
Wow.
It went to 3 or 2 billion over budget originally. What it was supposed to cost. It converts from a stadium to a shopping mall when it's not in use for the stadium. Now, this is their prized asset at the moment in their American investments, and this costs more than any of the clubs that they currently own. So just goes to show you, this costs more than Arsenal, by the way. So at the moment, if you wanted to buy Arsenal, you could buy Arsenal for cheaper than what the stadium cost them. So let's be real. What are we saying, guys? Does he care as much as he cares, or do you think he can spend whatever he wants to spend on his money? What's your thoughts on this? Because I asked this question and people said they don't give a shit about this. They're like, as long as he buys players for Arsenal, they don't care. He can spend however he wants to spend his money.
There's one thing that I realized after the Daniel Ek situation is, look, Kroenke's not going anywhere, at least for the next 2 years, isn't it? Ek might eventually get him, but I don't see him going anywhere for the next 2 years. So I'm putting aside Kroenke out because it's something I can't control right now. What I can control is what he does with the current situation. I don't care what he spends his money on, just like other people say, because let's be honest, Egal, he's backed our manager. He's backed him this summer. Whether we like how he spent the money is not relevant, really.
Yeah.
He backed Arteta. He said, here's the money, go and buy it on you. I'm sure if we all had the same money, we probably would have spent it on different players. But again, we're not the managers here. Let's not lie. Because at the end of the day, this is the players that Arteta want. He gave him the money. If he's saying he's going to give him something in January, then great. Do whatever you want with the Rams. If he keeps pumping 152 million pounds a year for transfers, I mean, that should be enough to rebuild this team. Man.
Yeah, I agree.
But I disagree, though. I disagree that, yes, Arteta has been backed, right? But in this current market, bro, 130 million to me is not enough. It's not enough. Like when you have Lukaku.
Yeah, but we still spent the most, bro.
Yeah, but after how many years of non-investment? Like you have to look at that too.
But Bilbao, you gotta, I agree with you in the sense that the years of lack of investment, I agree with that. But at the moment, right, we can't attract top class players to the club because we're not in the Champions League. Like look at Rafael. Varane went to United, right? He only cost 40 million, 45 million, give or take. and we
Yeah,
got
but
Ben
we don't
White.
have Champions League football in
Yeah,
order.
Exactly,
we're
And
not
that's
exactly,
why
and
I'm
we got
saying-
Ben White for 50
70
million.
million on a player. Like,
And
that's
that's
why
why
we
I'm
shouldn't have
saying-
spent 50 on Ben White. to be
So
honest.
at the moment, right, we can only get only a certain type of player like to the club. Once we get back into the Champions League, right, then we can bring in the names that we all want. But my fear at the moment is once we get back into the Champions League, the Cronkies aren't going to invest anymore. In terms of investing big anyway, you're not going to get your 150 million every summer to improve the team. Because remember, like if you want to get if you want to get into the Champions League, you got to spend a certain amount. If you want to win the Premier League, you have to go even bigger than that. Like, you know, you have to spend way more to win the Premier League. So I just feel like the investment that they're doing now, they had to do it because we're not in Europe. Like they've realized that the clubs declining. There's no Europa League, let alone Champions League.
They
So
have to. You're right.
they had to spend the money.
It's a game of catching up. That's what
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah, but
it's
that's
been
what I'm
money.
saying. I don't think the 130 for a team that's not in the Champions League, right? We needed better players than what we signed, and not only that, we needed more players. We needed our midfield to be enhanced. We needed our front three to be better. And to be honest, bro, with 130 million, like you're not going to be able to do all of those things.
But yo, guess what?
But, go on.
The bigger issue is every time we're getting offered deals for Lacazette, offered deals for Ainsley, offered deals for Eddie Nketiah, we're rejecting it. Should we be taking whatever money we can get?
We should be. Yeah, we should be. We should definitely do, because at the end of the day, right? Like I said, some money is better than no money. Look, our players, right? We can't expect to sell. Look, we're run very. I keep saying we're mismanagement FC. We can't do what Chelsea do and what Liverpool do in terms of the way they sell their players. I wish we did. I wish we could, but we can't. So what I'm saying is, look, we sold Willock for 25 million. Yeah,
Bro,
we sold Willock for 25 million.
If we had
That was
Chelsea
a good sell.
players, CSG, if we had Chelsea players, Conor Gallagher would be starting in our midfield.
Cool, there you go. Yeah.
Like,
What I'm saying is, yeah, we need to take what we can get, especially with players running down their contracts. Like, get what you can, add a little bit on top, and go out and get, you know, what you can, you know, to improve the team. Some money is better than no money at the end of the day.
go ahead.
And I agree kind of with what he's saying, because let's be honest, what Bilbao was saying in terms of we need more players, we need to sign better players. I don't think we're in a situation where we should be spending 70 million on one player until we.
Oh my God, guys! Breaking news: Gabriel Martinelli could force exit transfer due to lack of playing time.
I said it.
It's been coming. It's been coming.
Yeah.
And it's Arteta's
The guy
fault
wants
if
to
we
play.
lose this guy, bro. It's Arteta's fault if we lose this guy.
Like, the guy wants to play. I don't blame him. He's a young guy. He wants to play. And if he's not playing, you know, he wants to play. So
I personally would have brought him on instead of Pepe on the weekend too, because Pepe's been given amped amount of chances.
Are you serious? I just literally just
Egal, you can't be surprised in that news, right? The way he's been treated. Bro.
You see, what I would have done personally is, with Aubameyang not playing well in the last couple of games, I would have gone with Martinelli as striker.
But
I definitely wouldn't have done that because he's not ready to be the number 9 yet.
Spurs, it was impossible to bench him.
Well, even before that, though, he wasn't playing well before. Okay, the Spurs game, he played well in that game. But, I mean, prior to that, you know, the guy wasn't at the races. But I don't know. Like, look, I knew this was going to happen because Martinelli wants to play. And if you're marginalizing him, you know, he's going to get frustrated. He's a young guy. You know, he wants to make a name for himself. And you're putting him on the bench. Like,
but that's
you know,
why
he's seen the rest of his teammates. He's seen players like Saka, Emil Smith-Rowe, and now even Odegaard getting way ahead of him. And
I have a question for the whole panel about this Martinelli situation.
CSG, if you could just mute yourself for some
sorry,
reason.
bro. Yeah, I can hear it. I can hear it, sir.
Are you telling me that if Martinelli plays 6 games back to back and Pepe plays 6 games back to back, who do you think you're getting a better output from? Honestly,
Martinelli.
Facts. So why has he not been given a chance? It's not surprised that.
But what if Arteta just doesn't rate him, right? What if Arteta does not rate Martinelli? We sell him, but we get someone who Arteta rates in. Wouldn't you rather a situation like that? Because to me, how it looks like Arteta just doesn't rate the guy.
Yeah, but all
And if
this.
that's
Oh,
the case,
But why doesn't he rate him?
yeah, that's what I'm about to say. Alex.
Wait, he
Like,
rates
why?
Pepe?
Transparency.
He
Well,
rates
Trans-
Pepe.
I mean, that's a question for Mr. Arteta. You
Yeah,
know
but
what I mean?
you see, the thing about Pepe is, yeah, either you rate him or you don't. Pepe has to play because he costs 72 million. I feel like
forget man.
that's one of the reasons why Pepe gets to more. I won't say well. He gets to play. I mean that his price tag is one of the reasons, one of the main reasons anyway. But
So
you
this
should
is the,
you
this
should
is the
play on
exact-
merit. You should not play
Yeah,
based
this
on
is
the
the
price.
exact
sure, I agree with
reason.
that. I agree
the
with
lack
that.
of
I agree
experience
with
by
that.
Arteta
But
is showing constantly with decisions like this.
I agree with that. But I knew this was going to happen. I mean, Martinelli was playing so well when remember
It was
he
under
broke in under
Emery.
Emery.
Yeah, it was
Under
under
Emery,
Emery.
yeah.
He was a
You know.
demon.
So maybe it's one of those Emery type Arteta, trying to freeze him out because he came under Emery and everything. But if that's the case, Saka came
Pepe.
under Emery. But I
Pepe
mean,
too.
No,
and
but
Pepe as well. So.
Saka came from the academy.
No. But what I mean is Emery gave him his start
This is
kind of.
Yeah,
is
but
sad.
Saka is more of an undeniable player, though. It's like any manager was basically going to give him that start. I think with Martinelli, it's a bit more nuanced because with managers like Arteta, he just may not fit how he wants to play. And if that's the case,
But at the end of the day, I think it was actually Edu that brought Martinelli into to Arsenal with the whole Brazilian links. Because I was reading a report
wasn't it
that he met his
Seagal? Wasn't it
family and
Seagal
everything.
that brought Martinelli?
Who?
It
Seagal.
definitely wasn't Edu. He tried to take credit because they're both Brazilian.
Yeah, it was
wasn't Edu.
Seagal. I think
well,
the scout that we fired, bro. Seagal, I think, is the one that brought Martinelli.
Oh, okay. I thought it was because I read where Edu was saying he met his family and everything, and he persuaded his family for him to come to England and everything. But maybe it was
just Edu trying to be relevant again, bro. Literally. Now, but back to what we were talking about.
Okay, let me just read some of the comments. Shocked, ha ha ha. Why are you shocked? Go to Spain, my brother. That's what he's saying. That's another fan of another guy. I knew he would one day. Arteta, maybe don't trust him. Egal, Kroenke appointed the fool, and they run the club. They appointed Gazetas, Raul, Vinay, Lord Harris, Peckman. Over and over and over, bad decisions after bad decision after bad decision. Yeah, an article came out today. Arteta was going to give him a chance, so the article has been debunked.
I hope you're right, Dizzy.
Okay, I hope you're right. He's sending me the article right now. Thomas Tuchel would make Martinelli an absolute monster. You know what? Thomas Tuchel will also be sacked if he goes on a bad run.
Can I just say something, Egal? Yeah. You know that after Martinelli scored that goal against Chelsea, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of Chelsea fans, right, really rated the guy, and I think I was listening to a stream one time with a Chelsea fan, and when we're gonna play Chelsea again, and it was a girl actually. She was saying, "Oh, the one Arsenal player that she fears was Martinelli," like, because after that goal he scored, like, that fear factor kind of thing was, and he was playing well, but I know he got injured, and after his injury, just he just couldn't break into the team. And okay, we're talking about Arteta not playing him and everything, but. But prior to that, the guy was like, we all loved Martinelli. We all wanted to see him play. And unfortunately, when he got injured, the injury just was a huge sort of setback for him. But
and another thing with Martinelli, bro, he's so direct, bro. I just don't get
always
why.
goes forward, always
that,
positive.
Bro.
Yeah.
It's sad, man. And last season, remember he played against Newcastle and he set up Aubameyang's goal. Then the next game, he was off the team. Like, I don't understand. Especially with those last 3 games of the season. For example, the fact that we've overused Saka all season, I thought, do you know what? He's going to wrap Saka up in cotton wool for the Euros and say, Martinelli, just go and have the last 3 games, get some consistency. But no, now we're here.
I feel like what the club should do.
My guy says, Egal, funny, TT ain't getting sacked anytime soon. Arteta ain't getting sacked anytime soon, but guess what? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer ain't getting sacked anytime soon either. And you guys have a chance to win the league. So let's not act like. And if Manchester, there's 2 ways you could do it. Arsenal go on a bad run, you guys laugh, at the end of the day, we have good fixtures. We're going to be able to win some of these games. If you look at Manchester United's upcoming run, I would be very, very afraid if I was a Manchester United fan of what's going on, what's coming next. I'm not saying just Leicester. You got Man City, you got Liverpool, you got Chelsea, you got Spurs, you got West Ham. Everyone's coming one time.
We're in there as well.
Whew.
Yeah,
And
but you know with Man United, you know when we play Man United, and now that they got Ronaldo, I don't know, man. I worry
but remember, a guy said Ronaldo is finished and Antonio is better than him, so we shouldn't be scared, right?
Yeah, but
we've not lost to Man U for 3 years. I'm good, bro.
They haven't actually scored a goal since Arteta became manager.
Mm-hmm. But what scares me?
I'm getting flashbacks of what Ronaldo used to do to us, I suppose. But
no, but
he's not that guy. He's not that guy, man. He's not that guy anymore.
That free kick
he still has it in him to really punish.
Have you seen his free kicks? He's a better free kick taker than Ronaldo now.
Huh?
You know players like Jesse Lingard and all these guys, man.
Did you see how Bilbao said, huh? Anyways, guys, I got so much stuff in the pipeline. Let me just show you guys some of the stuff that we got coming out, and then we're gonna keep it moving for the day. But big up to the debutants for coming on. If you guys want to come on, let me know whichever one of these videos you guys
man, I'm gonna be coming on a bit more. This is my first time coming on proper.
It's 3 debutants right here. You don't even know.
Yeah, man.
But
by the third time you'll know my name without any.
Bro, by the end of the day, hopefully. Okay, so this is the first video, and it's gonna be on Bukayo Saka and Smith Rowe. You'll need to watch the video to find out what it's exactly about. I've already told you about the Lacazette and Pepe story. I've told you about this one. It's gonna be the good, the bad, the ugly about Arsenal. We're gonna talk about Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and what's really going on with him. And just to add some rival chat into it, we're gonna be grading some of the signings of the summer. And yes, that is an F next to Saul's name. Chelsea fans, cry about it. Even your own fans want to get rid of him. But we're gonna also giving Sancho a rating, Grealish a rating. We've already given. You can see Ramsdale got an A+, and we're gonna be giving all our signings of the summer signings. Just to let you guys know, I've given Bendia a D so far. But we're gonna talk about it. But let's continue. And then have yourselves a wonderful day, guys. Big up to everybody. Ollie at the wheel. You gotta love it. Manchester United, fun times. Ollie out, Ollie out, Ollie out. Ollie at the wheel. It's been good. It's been good. Yeah, this has been a great stream, guys. Appreciate all the interaction.
Bro, yeah, man, I enjoyed it. It was great. Thanks for having me on.
Don't go nowhere, guys. I'm gonna need to speak to you guys after the stream. Shout out to everyone. I'm just gonna play the outro and have yourselves a wonderful day, guys. Peace out.
Yeah, man. Enjoy it. Thanks again, bro.
What's going on, everybody? I need you guys to go check out my channel and subscribe if you're new. And don't forget to subscribe, hit that button, and hit that notification bell while you're at it, ladies and gentlemen. EGTV, you already know. And if you're on your phone, it's even easier. Press that like button for me. And you know what? Subscribe.